Okay, so no introductions or intros or outros, but if we want to, not forcing anyone, not pulling anyone's arm or leg or twisting arms if it want to, figuratively speaking, hypothetical speaking. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and if you really, truly care about this channel and content I do, hit the bell notification, subscribe. Anyways, I've out of the shadow of the way, no outro today. I got a good 6, 7 other stories I want to talk about. I think maybe like 4 or 5, if it's not 6 or 7. Well, one of them or 2 of them at the most. Really want to see if I can do a video on that. We'll see in due time. But this one's from like about 8, 9 days ago. Amazing Digital Circus opening theme anime. It's from crazy. I'm not sure this is the artist that did this. From Touch. I don't know how you say it. I think it's Your Luck Touch. I don't know. Ye Luck Touch. Anyways, yeah, without any of the BSing, stalling, BSing around. Only one thing I'll say is this. Many of the people of the past couple of days, especially like the main 2 people I know for sure, the VTuber chicks like Lucy Pyre, because I know her, and another chick I talked a bunch on this channel, Chelsea, aka Chelsea Destroyer. I know they live like, I think, Alabama, Tennessee, Mississippi, all the southern area states. I'm glad, because I do follow them on Twitter, occasionally on Instagram, but luckily they made it through all these crazy ass tornadoes. I was just popping all over the place. So I'm super happy, I'm super lucky that they lived through it. Ain't gotta live out here in Vegas, because we don't get none of those crazy ass tornadoes or freaking wild ass storms, and the closest thing we ever get to any of that is, actually, it was like 2019 or 2020. It was like, I don't know if it was in Arizona, one of the Lake Powell ones, or it was like around here where Lake Mead and Lake Tanapo. I forget the second name. He's like Topaz or something. I forget the second name of the lake, but it was like a freaking water spout that wasn't that far away from there, which was pretty crazy. But most of the time, it's either a tiny little thin earthquakes, probably like 2.0 or 4.0. If it's not that, it's either super like, 50, 150, 170 miles an hour winds, super hard ass winds. And it's either that type of thing or the summer flash flood shit that happens. Compared to other places in the United States, I'm actually pretty good. Thank God. I'm not gonna say I'm sitting pretty, but I'm sitting pretty safe, thank God. Unless, of course, when you count May all the way through August, September, if somebody has lived there almost 23, going on 24 years, by July 15th or 16th was one of those years. I know it was 2002 when I first came out here, way back then. Now I'm an old ass man in my mid-late 30s. It's pretty crazy. As I came in, I was like literally on the early age of my preteens, 12, 13 years old at the time. No, I was 13, yeah, at the time. And it gets from like 110 to about maybe, at the highest, if you're all the way out in the Death Valley spot area or Mojave Desert, it's like 138 or 145 degrees Fahrenheit. For my peoples down under, aka you guys in Australia, New Zealand, other places that use the Celsius thing, think of that as, I don't know, 85, 90, 95 degrees Celsius. I know it sounds insane. That's how hot it gets over there. Over here in this area, though, it's usually between summertime 103 to about 124, 25 degrees. It's just insane, I know. That's the one thing I still miss about the East Coast. The highest I used to get over there was like 101 or 102. That's it. It never went any higher than that. Anyways, if ever I ever save enough money one day, it's either going to be down, like, move out to the beautiful state of Texas, or not Texas. I'm thinking either, I would say New Mexico, but I don't really know what's to do over there. And that, or maybe Oregon, Washington, pretty much. Anyways, enough of the bullshit around. Amazing Digital Circus, 3, 2, 1, go. There's a lot of other anime ones that are like this, like, oh, it's a fake version of Digital Circus. I don't know if the real actual creators, Glitch Studios, are actually going to make a new Digital Circus one. We'll see in due time. And yeah, 3, 2, 1, let's go. And hopefully it's not super fast either. Okay, let's see it. TV Tokyo Diaries. All credit goes to the freaking animator artist that did this. Let's go. definitely sounds like some really good in the 90s. Yeah.
Old Spice Super
So that
Hydration.
wasn't that badass. I mean, that was pretty good. I'll see you guys in a second. Actually, meant to say that was pretty badass. I didn't mean to say it wasn't badass. So anyways, I'll correct myself there. Quick, fast, lightning round thoughts, use opinion, speculations. If I do decide to make it that low, that fast. Yeah, it had a real nice beat. You saw me bobbing my head a little bit to it. I was feeling it. It was pretty good. It gave me that OG. You know, I'm very super nostalgia biased, so no offense to any Gen Zers or God forbid Gen Alphas. If you're out there watching videos, you shouldn't be, because I curse like a freaking sailor. If any guys don't know that, that's too much of a dirty ass mouth, but whatever. It is what it is. Free speech on the internet for now. Go watch whatever Gen Alpha's even into. I have no idea because I'm an old ass man in my late 30s. But anyways, for real, my real thoughts, we spend speculation. Yeah, it had a good ass beat. It was nice. I liked it, man. It was more like a music video more than it was like a animation art style anime from the mid late 90s, or it said 1995. That time would have been 6 or 7 at the time. No, 6 at the time. I was just barely growing a conscience and being self-conscious about certain things, and not self-conscious, more like just aware of my world or surroundings. It's like barely like I think starting second grade at the time, 1995. Man, compared to the year 2025, so many years ago. That was what, 26 years back. Man, world keeps changing to a different and different place every year. Man, it's insane. And granted, I am sometimes, I'm gonna lie, I won't sound like I'm a coward or a weakling or a pussy or any of that, but I don't know, like fearing the future, man. There's times I do fear what's gonna happen past, especially in the year 2030, aka 2030. As if any guys know, I'm the whole typical old, I can call myself more of a conspiracy theory sort of thing. In my opinion, like 89% of that shit from me is or like factual evidence. Should be conspiracy fact, if anything, because any of the stuff you watch on the typical mainstream media shit, whether it's CNN and Fox over here in the United States, ABC, CBS, NBC, and all the other freaking talking like boxes that don't tell you nothing but lies, deceitfulness, deception, just make you want to hate another person just because of their beliefs and ideologies are different compared to yours. This is already horse manure, horse crap to the max, my guy. This is why even when I'm out there in public, I really like, and not even once every month. That's more like if I'm going to the gym, which I haven't been there in a while, so as you can tell, this is getting too big. Just need to see you guys have kept tracks on that. Yeah, but seriously, I really got to start hitting back to the gym again because I'm at dangerous levels. I could get into diabetic mode. I really don't want to end up being on diabetes. Jesus, Heavenly Father, forbid I ever becoming diabetic. I hope not. But anyways, getting to my last two things. Yeah, the beat was nice. The animation looked very like, it looked more like 80s synth vaporwave sort of animation than it did like 90s stuff. I don't know. That's just the way I kind of see that. And the way they made them as anime characters. They even put the other one that died in the first episode. Like, I forgot his name, but I think his name was Clobble or Clopple. I don't remember. I was going to call him Puddles the Clown. I think there was like a 60s, 70s, 80s like movie, or I think it was like a true crime, criminal, unfortunate murder sort of like story that happened in the 70s, 80s about what's it called? About a dude named Puggles the Clown. I don't really get into that stuff because it's depressing as hell, number one. And my anxiety will go through the fucking roof if I see shit like that, number two. And then number three is just, it's really depressing, it's just sad. And I don't know why people get into that stuff. I don't know, it's got a sick, fucked up, twisted fetish thing. Oh, I hope I take that person out, or I hope I take unalive this person. I'm not saying that because I don't want to sound like one of those boomers saying, oh, Grand Theft Auto, Mortal Kombat, and Pokemon, Star Wars is going to bring kids to the hells. I'm trying to sound like an old, actual boomer person. I'm just like, you want to like it, you want to like it, it's good as long as, number one, it's legal, and two, it's not physically hurting anybody. Enjoy the hell out of it. But anyways, one last thing I want to say is this. They did good in the freaking remix to the intro song. The only one I didn't really see that much was the dude that has the giant eyeballs and the big ass teeth, the little jittering comedy teeth, the one they used to use in that movie they always play once every year in the United States. I don't know if they play it everywhere else around the world, but usually here in America, when it's like almost Christmas time, they always play that Christmas story thing. And yeah, there was this one scene in there. And no, it's supposed to be from like the 80s. It looks like it's from the 50s. It's so crazy how they did that back then. And everyone has those chattering teeth. It's like the joke ones. Kane, that's what his name was, Kane. Crazy. They barely showed them. They only showed them like one or two little parts, and that was it. I know my favorite character for sure has been not the rabbit. It's probably been that one, or maybe like Ragatha. They've been my favorite so far. And the other one I know now has the mask. Even though she had a lot of self-confidence in the last episode 5 they had, it's just, I don't know, she kind of annoys the crap out of me, that one. The one that's like the ribbon one, I forget her name. Well, whatever. Anyways, time to get to the real quick internet news, and maybe one or two out of those 6 or 7 I talk about. I'll do a freaking recording commentary about that, we'll see. Alright, so it has been a very absolutely, I don't even know how much time it's been. It's probably been months, maybe a year or two. Actually, no, not even a year or two, maybe like a year and a half. This is the last time I talked about any of these two, even though they're mainly for a lot of Gen Zers and Gen Alpha kids, maybe, that are following these people like they're gods, which they're not. And like I say every time, especially if any Gen Zers out there are younger than I am, if they're following everything that I say is 100% truth, that is not. I'm not saying everything I say 100% is a lie either, but I'm just a normal ass freaking human being, just like everyone else, man. Put my freaking sock and put the second sock and put both of my freaking shoes one lace at a time, however that freaking saying goes. And nobody's special. Even though I like, when it comes to the whole conspiracy theory shit, I feel like I'm a little special, but I'm not arrogant or nihilistic like certain people are. I'm not gonna say names. Anyways, these guys, KSI and his other fool, which, you know I can't stand the bane of my freaking goddamn existence. No offense to Christians, but Prime Hydration sued by a blind man, but not for what you expect. This comes from Dylan Horetsky from Dextero to Dextero. I'm just read a tiny bit of it because I'll probably do a different video commentary right now. Who knows? Blind person has filed a lawsuit against Mr. Logan Paul. Not surprised. KSI's Prime Hydration over the accessibility issues due to their vision impairment. Since its launch of I thought it was 2020 when it came out. It was 2022? Alright. Prime Hydration has taken over one of the most popular sports drinks available in the United States. Yada yada. Mr. Paul and KSI travel across the world. Beverages even launched in the company energy drink. A year after the company's inception, Mr. Prime has also faced a handful of lawsuits of customers and other competitors in his name and bottle design. But its latest lawsuit doesn't involve its actual drink at all. Oh, really? That's crazy. From a blind guy, that's what it says, but we'll see. This one I never thought I'd be talking about. This guy right here again, man. Unfortunately, Mr. Disgraceful MCU star, the man, he was such a chill ass. I don't know any of these Hollywood people, these music artists, all these people that are influencers, and none of them I will never know to the end of time. Unless I get to meet them while I go to the afterlife of heaven or hell. Then I'll probably meet them then, who knows? Until then, on earth, there's a stranger to me. So they're not my superheroes that I think they are, the supervillains, just playing a fucking role. That's it. I don't have no parasocial relationship with any of these fools because I don't know them IRL like that. If I did, then I knew them personally, then I could say, oh, but they did this and they did that. And I can't do that. But the internet has these parasocial relationships where they think they know somebody so well to the science that they think that they're biological twin brother, twin sister, twin cousin, or some shit like that. I don't know. Some disgraced MCU star Jonathan Majors admit to, let's just say, physically, not good stuff. Well, physically, pushing and shoving, let's say that. Girlfriend in the newly serviced audio. This comes from Danielle Ang. Huh, I thought there was a story to it. What the hell? Oh, here it is. Oh, you gotta use the app. That sucks. I thought there was like a story. I know I saw something with it earlier. Hold on. Okay, so I had to read it from another different freaking thing set on my son because I went and download the app and watch stupid advertisements. Now, a lot of these big time billionaire corporations that were big in the 80s and before I was born, 70s, 80s, and in the 90s when I was alive, 90s, 2000s, and all was like, they fell so freaking goddamn hard to freaking faces because they know all these newer places like freaking Twitch, Discord, YouTube, even the other ones for Gen Zers with Snapchat, TikTok, Instagram, like even Kick. You know, I don't like Kick. Those are the nowadays places where you get a lot of your news sources on media stuff. And then just, even the other shit like Rumble and BShoot and Brighthand. Even a little bit more with, what's it called? Not Snapchat, but I was gonna say Twitter X. Like, you don't even need any of these old Bejito senior citizen, like, old school legacy media things anymore. Because they know they're getting nervous that their time's coming where they're not going to need to be noticed as news anymore. They're just pieces of horse crap now. Anyways, yeah. It says, Mr. Majors admits to, I don't even know if I can say the word strangling. It is. Strangled his ex-GF girlfriend, disturbing new audio. Times of India. Get a credit to them. Read free on that. See, they're doing it again. Read free on that. That's so good. I'm just going to read a tiny bit of it anyways. Unreleased audio. Recording obtained by Rolling Stone captures a conversation between the former couple in the aftermath of the prolonged fight of September 2022 for the younger ones. 2022. During which Majors announces aggression towards Jabari in the tape. Jabari confronts Majors. He allegedly attacked, saying, "You strangled me and pushed me against a car." Majors responded yes to all the things under aggressive yes. Crazy, man. And he's not just going to make it bad for himself, but and I don't want to make it a race ethnicity thing, because I know my race is Hispanic Latinos. We're not no sweet little angel either sometimes. Not all of us. It's like, how does every race ethnicity? There's going to be goodness in every race ethnicity and heritage creed, and then there's going to be a lot of evil bullshit motherfuckers out there. Extremely super evil to the point they got to go to prison or they got to get on a life sentence. Which I actually heard like 2 months ago. Has nothing to do with the video. I think it was last month or the month before, January, February. This guy, I think it was like in North South Carolina somewhere. I think he was like a 70, 80, 90-year-old man already. So the way they gave his unaliving, deceasement sentence, they literally did like a firearm, boom, like I think they put 4 shotgun, what's, all over them at the same time, and then took them out like that. Instead of doing it nowadays, I think a lot of them just get the lethal injection of a lot of these chemical poison shots they put into your veins, and then they try to take you out if you're on a live row, if you know what I'm saying. It's just crazy. He wanted to go out that way. That's crazy as hell. I didn't even know there was a thing over there. Because I think it was like a law in the 1900s. They were able to still do that stuff. They still take them out. And then there was a reason why I did like that too. Because a lot of people will probably say, oh, yep, justice served. Because I think he messed around with a lot of little girls and stuff like that, which I know that shit's extremely touchy, so I'm not even gonna talk about that. Like, I'll talk about political shit, because I know that emotionally charges a lot of people, especially the ones that are like victims of small kids and all that. That's super sad, evil shit. So I can see a lot of people say, "Oh yeah, he deserved that type of death. F that guy. He should burn in hell." You know, I see it. I understand, but somebody that doesn't have children myself, so I really can't 100%, million% understand it, but I kind of understand to a certain extent. Because that's mega evil shit. You never do to any child. It's real bad. Anyways, there's that. And this one, this crap keeps happening everywhere now, man. The Mr. Elon Husk, aka I like to call him Husk, Elon Musk, Mr. Dogeman. So Tesla owner doxxed by Dogequest on unraveling a breach of privacy. This comes from 2-3 days ago. Technowise. Is doxing and vandalism private property? Are these the best forms of protest? The Dogequest Tesla map owners of the vehicle seem to believe so. In a terrifying turn, I'm just going to read half this thing. This is a long ass article. Terrifying turn of events. The other Tesla owners are being doxed by a website called Dogequest. Recent reporters showed that the website presents private contract information of the Tesla's owners and shows their local locations on a map, exposing them, that is no good, to the risk of unwanted visitors. Say what you will about the subpar quality of Tesla cars or must politics, but it is never acceptable to leak private details for family and safety of their risk. It's crazy, man. It really is. It's insane what's going on with those Teslas. Any guys riding Cybertruck Teslas, like, especially here in the United States, mainly here, or maybe even Canada too. You know, I think what pissed off more people about Elon Musk is that, like, he said a week or two ago, like, oh, by the way, Canada's not a real country. It's like, he's really stirring the fucking beast hoarding now. So that shit. I'm not Canadian, but after I left Harlem, New York, I know 7-8 years after that, I was living in another place between Toronto and Ontario. I'm not going to say which part of New York it was, because I don't want people that are my old school cousins or any of that shit know what it was that I do and shit like that IRL, especially right now. Social media, they have no idea. No none of this. Thank God, I'm keeping it that way forever. But yeah, that's crazy. Like, when they used to come from Toronto, Ontario, like, once every month or two, like, I know the Canadian fools, they're pretty, like, even though they get that whole stereotype, oh, all Canada Canucks are sweet, nice, kind people. There's probably some that are idiot asshole MFers over there, too. Who knows? Well, like, the most ones I've seen that come from Toronto, Ontario, or Montreal, from the outskirts of the western New York City I was living in. I'm not going to say which one it is, but it's the only thing I'm going to tell you is that it's named after a very, very nice chicken wing place, and that's it. And that's at the biggest waterfall in the world too. And that's all I'm saying. I ain't saying the word of what it is, but they were very, very sweet, beautiful, angelic, very extremely good-hearted people that were coming from Canada to that western New York city I used to live in back in before I moved to Vegas. So, like, that's good. And, like, to have their lifestyle like that, if they're driving Tesla cars, I'm freaking happy. I never had enough money for a Tesla. I'm glad I never drove any Tesla car, period. Especially the Cybertruck ones, dude. Like, literally, like, 3 or 4 days ago, by the time I'm watching, it's probably 5 days ago it happened. It was like a Tuesday or Wednesday. Yeah, 4 or 5 days. Holy crap. It was a big-ass freaking explosion. Not around my job, but it was over here in Vegas somewhere. But I think it was more like, I don't know if it's like in the more nicer part or in the more ghetto part, because it's separated in like 6 different spots. There's the east part of LV, and then there's North Las Vegas, and then there's another kind of like out suburb place outside of Vegas, Henderson, and then there's it used to be one. It kind of is, but not really like how it used to be. But no offense to Asian or white people, there's maybe a lot of Asian whites that live over there more than there's black Latinos that live out there. There's a couple of them that do, but not as many. There's another area called Summerlin. That's where a lot of the people that have a lot of, money mainly live around that area. I'm way too poor to live in that spot. And then there's another spot, I'm not going to say which one it is. I know this one's called, not Aztec, but it's something like that. And then there's the last one. There's a lot of, not super rich people, but a lot of like people that have land money. Boulder City. That's like where a lot of mainly, no offense to white people, mainly a lot of whites that live in that area. I know the one where I live, I'm not going to say which one it is, but it's around North Las Vegas. That's all I'm not. I'm not trying to dox myself either. Fuck that. But dude, man, it's sad. Super luxury cars like Tesla getting burned into a million pieces. That is crazy, bro. It's unfortunate. And let's see. And the last two things I'm talking about. This one I want to do separate, maybe commentary video on it. Who knows? Trailer lost for the Powerpuff Girls live action series been recovered after 2 years. Camp Fever Dream feels like something you would only discover at 2 a.m. on Adult Swim. This comes from Emily Garbert. Show was scrapped in 2023. I thought it was in 2018-19 when they stopped. Because I think that light-skinned African-American dude, he was the one that, the one from Scrubs, and now he does all these T-Mobile Verizon, like, freaking commercials. I forgot what his name was, but I remember he used to be in Scrubs back in the day. He was the one who's going to be the director and producer for live-action Powerpuff Girls. And if you don't know anything about this stuff, you know, there was a nostalgia trip, the 90s, early 2000s. The remake, I didn't give a rat's ass about it. I liked the remake that they did for Samurai Jack in 2015, but they screwed real bad with the Powerpuff Girls ones. It kind of had the same design animation, but it didn't have the same actors, voice actors. That's kind of what upsetted me about that. Anyways, yeah. And I think this is the last one. I don't know. Oh, no, that's not the last one. Oh, yeah. I don't want to get into politics. I swear I'm not choosing Republican or Democrats. I'm just looking at this, looking respectively, too. Like how Gen Z likes to call it. But, I forgot 7-8 years ago when I first heard of the dude Trump and all that stuff. A lot of supporters around there. I don't really give a shit which freaking party they are. Like, even though not all of them have ever seen one of them, I'm not going to say, oh, they're clones of reptilian chills or they're really android robots. They're not real human beings. They could be real human beings. A lot of them just have a lot of corrupted evilness in their heart. But it's crazy, man. This one right here, I'm not going to lie. Dang. I know she's, what, 49, 50 years old? But shoot. My guy. This one right here. Not gonna lie, like this one, MTG, she doesn't look that bad. She is extremely pretty for her age. Extremely beautiful. I'm not gonna lie, almost because, like, I know she's married and she has 3 kids and all that shit. I'm not trying to riz the chick or get charisma because I know the lady's married. That's why I'm saying I'm looking respectfully. Not trying to look lustfully or perverted. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's a very, very super pretty girl, man. And that's crazy. I think she used to be like a professional surfer, professional like cheerleader. She used to do like a lot of bodybuilding stuff. And that's why it's a 50-year-old woman like that, like, dude, very, very attractive piece of meat there. I'm just saying. I swear I'm not, I'm going Republican conservative. I'm gonna start freaking wearing MAGA hats and all that. No, I'm not doing none of that. Both of the parties are completely corrupted. None of that shit to me is just pretty much an illusion anyways. It's not real. And it's all Broadway shit to me. It's just like stuff you see in a freaking rainbow. You know it's real, but like physically, it's not there. Anyways, that's it for the matter. Peace on my heart. Like some nice flip side. Take it easy and go on out. If any guys celebrate late Patrick's Day, happy late St. Patrick's Day, and happy early Easter. If any guys celebrate that shit too, nice. I'm going out. Take it easy. Goodbye. See you in the next future content reaction videos, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye. I'm out.